If you were able to create your dream life with no fears, no limiting beliefs, and no doubts attached to it, how would it look like? The new year's about to come, and there are many of you guys who have never sat a day in your life ever envisioning a life for yourself that has no limitations attached to it. Don't be so focused on your goals and your New Year's resolutions if you're not willing to change the identity that held you back in the first place. Most people target their outer goals, what they want to show off with, but what they fail to realize is that what they actually need to target is what is going on within them, what's actually creating the habits that hold them back, the habits that show up once their motivation dies down, habits that keep them experiencing the same exact experiences over and over again. If you find yourself creating lists of goals for every single year and find yourself not being able to complete it within the first month, it's definitely because there is a identity within you that you need to change. And with that identity comes a list of limiting beliefs, a list of fears, a list of doubts, a list of things that you have no awareness of, that is the reason to why you can't finish your goals, why you continue to experience the exact same things over and over again. What exactly is an identity? An identity is a character that you choose to portray yourself as, that you choose to believe yourself to be. And most of us have multiple different identities that we identify with. We identify as different characters to everyone, whether that be our dad, our mom, our sister, our brother, our friends, our best friend, our coworkers, our boss. Every single person, we show a character to them, we show a mask to them that makes us feel protected, because that's what an identity does. It helps us feel safe. When we show up to a person, we feel their energy, we feel the chemistry we have with them, and from then on out, we choose what identity we want to show to them so that we could live our lives comfortably, because there are certain limiting beliefs and fears that we have deep within us, insecurities that we have deep within us, that we choose to show to certain people and choose not to show to certain people because of what we choose to believe in, what we choose to assume. There are people who have lived very long lives, who have left this earth, who have never ever had the awareness that the whole entire duration of their life, they were choosing an identity that always kept them safe. That they could have been living their dream lives if they just had the awareness that they were choosing every single day to live in an identity that was only protecting them from their true potential. There's some of you guys who are watching this video who clock into your jobs every single day, and you guys could give me a list of all the negative things you could say about this job. But the one thing you're going to be afraid to do is speak up. The one thing you're going to be afraid to do is actually say what you want for yourself. The one thing you're afraid to do is actually leave. Do you ever ask yourself that question? Why am I still here? The reasoning to that is because, again, there is an identity that you're choosing to show to those people. There's a character that you have chosen to identify for years in front of these people, and it scares you now to act anything different than what you have created this character to be. You're not able to speak up. You're not able to be confrontational. You're not able to say what you want. Why? It's because you're scared. You're scared of what those people might think of you. You have been scared of assumptions that you have made over these people on the way that they will react to you, on the way that they will think, on what they will say to you. And now these assumptions have become your beliefs. You truly believe that this is what is going to happen when it hasn't even happened yet, when you haven't even stepped up, when you haven't even spoken out, when you haven't even been confrontational. But let me tell you something that I always say in almost every single one of my videos. What you focus on is what you will always get. What you focus on is what you will always get. There are people in your workplace who speak up almost all the time. They have no problem with saying what they want, and they end up getting what they want. And if they don't get what they want, it doesn't affect them. It doesn't embarrass them. It doesn't make them not want to speak up anymore. The reasoning, again, is because there's an identity, a character, a story that they choose to identify with. And for them, it's to speak up. It's to be confrontational. It's to say whatever's on their mind. So that's the reason why they can do it and they don't feel affected by it. They don't feel embarrassed and they'll go do it again if they want to. Now you watching this video who can relate, if someone is able to do that, why can't you? So what you need to start realizing is that if you were able to choose this identity that you've been living with for so many years, you can unchoose that identity. Just like how you shapeshift your identity for whoever it is that you're talking to, you need to get so comfortable with understanding that you have the ability, the free will to shift into any identity at any time you want. You get to shift to any identity that's going to serve your highest good, that's going to get you to where you want to be. Stop caging yourself in a box that you keep creating for yourself. So if you decide you want to go into work tomorrow and voice your opinion on something that's been bothering you for many years now, do it. Tap into that identity and watch how it serves you. When you first practice this, it's going to make you feel so uncomfortable. You're going to feel a little embarrassed and scared still because you've been living in an identity that's only been making you a people pleaser, that's been making you suffer. At the end of the day, you're choosing that for yourself. You're choosing your suffering. So you can complain all you want. You can make a whole list of all the things you hate about your job. But at the end of the day, you're choosing that for yourself. Once you really master this, you're no longer going to make negative assumptions that don't serve your highest purpose, your beliefs. You're now going to walk into that job, tap into that identity, and assume things that identity would assume. So it's no longer going to be assumptions of, oh my gosh, they're not going to like me anymore. Oh my gosh, they're going to fire me. Oh my gosh, they're not going to want to hear me. It's going to be assumptions of, wow, they really value my opinion. They really value me as a person. They really want to know what they could do better to build this relationship stronger. They're going to want to know what they can do for me to serve my highest purpose because I'm valuable, I'm worthy. And if they let me go, I can find another job. In fact, I can find it in the next hour if I want to, because there are opportunities all around you every single day if you believe in that. So all in all, the number one goal that should actually be on your list for this next year and for every year that comes after that is to prioritize the identities that are actually going to serve every single goal that you have written down on your list. That means not just focusing on these surface level goals, but going deep within yourself to do the inner healing work, to get rid of all of those limiting beliefs, doubts, fears, and identities that never served any of the goals that you have written down. Don't let another year go by living in that old identity that has only been protecting you from your dream life. When I asked you the question to envision your dream life with no limiting beliefs, doubts, or fears, you were able to do that because it exists for you already. It has happened already for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Christine. I make transformative content like this, so if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can join the journey with me to becoming the best version of yourself, and I'll see you guys next year. Bye.